Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Col Shantonu from Team Fearless Leaders. We are a team of 4 academicians who have created modules which are curated to your needs. Today, I will just give you an insight on a certain aspect of your corporate world or the way of working, that is, how to work together. That is teamwork, team building. Now, what exactly is a team? Now, just see this thing, which is a fist. It has got strength, and what is this? This is just a finger. When all the fingers get together, it makes a fist. And what can you do with a finger? Except finger around, but if it is a fist, it can move the world, break things into it. Like we say, bash on regardless. This is how you say it. So this is what is exactly a team. When many a people get together with a purpose, with the same kind of resources, same skills, and work under a person to make a proposal or a idea a success, they work towards the same goal, they work towards the same ambition that they have. Now, what exactly is team building? Team building is basically getting this group of teams to work together for the same purpose. And what is teamwork? Teamwork, if defined, is the ability to cooperate and communicate effectively with others to achieve the same goal. Now, we hear of so many things like Team India, Team Lenovo. Everything is supposed to be a team. Why a team? Gentlemen, the question in front of you is why a team? Why can't you work singularly? There is no work which can be done singularly. If you are together as one, you can work better. Concept while working is we, not I. Because as I, you can't stand up, fight against anything, work against anything. Now let us take the case of football. Can one man shoot a goal? No. It is much easier when the ball is passed and passed intelligently. What is the aim? To shoot it inside the other man's goal. And that can be done by teamwork. I'll just give you an example of the World Cup of 1983. When we were in the finals against England, we made a very small little score, about 183 runs, which was peanuts. But then that is where the erstwhile captain Kapil Dev put his men under his leadership and worked as a team. They all thought intelligently. Their aim was to win the cup. And mind it, in that era, they played together and bowled out England within the required total, and history was created. India won its first World Cup. That is sheer teamwork. I, being an armed forces officer, what is taught to us? We are taught leadership, motivation, and so many other things. But finally, what is happening? Why does your armed forces or the army stand up with its head held high? That is because there is motivation and there is teamwork. In a battle, no person can fight alone. Every arm and services works in tandem, in support to each other. When the infantry attacks, the armored gives it the required support. The artillery fires its gun, pulverizes that area before. In a division or in any military organization, there are a combination of all arms and services. The services also looks after the logistics. You need repair to the equipment. Then the core of supplies is there, which gives it the food. So nobody is any less, and everybody functions as a team to win a battle. And it is not only the army which is working when the national crisis is there. It is also our civilian brothers who stand up and work as a team, and that is when the nation is able to defeat its enemies who threaten our borders. Now, the acronym of team, what does it say? It means T for together, E for everyone, A for achieves, and M for more. That means together everyone achieves more. That means when there is togetherness, we achieve more. Look at the ant which walks on the road, or you see it crawling in a line. They are basically carrying food, and each ant can carry near about 50 times more than its weight. They all carry that as a team and store it in their bills for the winters or for bad times. So they work as a team. A single ant may not be able to collect everything, but when a row of ants rush and collect, you see each of them has a load on its back. So that is sheer teamwork. Even the Bible says, together we stand, alone we fall. So everywhere it is written that without teamwork there is nothing. There are so many swings of individuals versus team. Two heads are better than one. Better we communicate when we are together. Greater are the probabilities of error when you are single. But when there are more heads, if we all communicate together, we trust each other, we gel well, we can work as a single team. Now, what is the necessity of teamwork? This is what I was trying to tell you. Because if you are together as a team, you can achieve much more. Rate of success is much more. You can pool in, optimize your resources, your skills, which can be used for better results. Time achieved will be much lesser, and then your focus is there, distribution of work is there. Nobody is an individual, and the happiness of the success will be felt in a much better way. So if everybody is working together, we have more chances of success. That is how, even as a nation, everybody says that let's work together, not in watertight compartments. Because if you are in your watertight compartments, you can never succeed as a nation, as a family, as a community. So let us work together to make it every dream a success. So the main mantra should be we, W-E, not I, so that we achieve success in a much better way. Now, what is basically effective teamwork? It is basically effective teamwork, or requirements of a team is basically that every person in the team has to trust each other. You have to have faith in your colleague, in your buddy, that yes, he's there for you. In a war, if you fall, your buddy is there to look after you. He rushes up to pick you if you're injured. So that is the kind of dedication and loyalty that you should have. You must have trust in each other, and for that you need to communicate. There should not be communication gaps. If there are communication gaps, there will be spasms, there will be chasms, there will be different in your thoughts. There will be breakages in the link of the work that you're doing. So communication again is one of the most important aspects for good teamwork. Secondly, don't blame the failure onto the other person. If we are failing, it is we as a team that we fail, not as a singular person. Because in a match, if we lose, it is not because of me or you. It is because that the team could not practice well, they had not communicated, they didn't have trust well. Then there should be involvement. Every person should participate. They should involve each other and try to achieve the goal. The aim should be there in everybody's mind. It should be crystal clear that this is his task and this is his role. Then every man has his capabilities. the leader of the team should delegate the task in such a way that they are able to do their own task. Everybody has his own skills. Combining of the skills will make you achieve the goal. So what happens? You have to give the correct man his task, and he should know his task, because if he doesn't know his task, I being a short man, I can't maybe hit baskets, but yes, I can be a good sprinter or a good footballer. So give the man his due, and he should know his task, communicate well, he has his work cut out and he works for it. Then you should be a very good listener. You should not be argumentative. You should understand, and there should be good discussion, healthy discussion. You have every right to give your ideas in a team, but the other person should accept it gracefully, and a very good discussion should take place so that a very nice solution comes out of the various solutions that you have for doing a task, and then a via media solution found out, and the work done in is the most effective and economical way. And all decisions should be consensus, that everybody agrees to it. It should not be that out of 10, 8 are looking the other way, 2 are looking the other way, and then you start work. No, the 2 will be rogues in the team, which should not be the case. Then the roles and responsibilities, like I was mentioning, should be very clear, and we should have faith in the team leadership. Every man in the team has to be having faith in his leader, because if we have any and even an iota of doubt about our leader, chances are zilch that you will succeed, because you have to look up upon the leader and not look down upon him. And then all the roles have to be interdependent, interrelated, so that we can work and everybody knows his tasks, so that the final goal is achieved. And when you are working as a team, you should self-assess, so that retrospection is there and you can keep correcting yourself. I'll give you some examples of very good teamwork. The great pyramids in Egypt in the ancient times were built because of very good teamwork. Nahi to just imagine, even in today's world with the best of infrastructures, lifting those heavy loads of stone is a phenomenal and can say a near impossible task. But in those times when technically and technologically things were supposed to be backward, they had made those things. Then the NASA projects, the creation of internet, all are achievement of good teamwork by those teams. Now, when a team is getting built, we have certain stages. What are the stages of teamwork? They are basically mainly 4 stages, that is forming, storming, norming, and performing, and finally adjourning. Now, what is the forming stage? This is the stage when the team is getting formed. It is the first stage or the first step. At this stage, there is confusion. You are developing team, selecting your team leaders, selecting your team members. Then, when you are selecting the team members, you have to have trust and communication between each of them. You have to select like-minded people for the team, because right now you are forming a team. Then you have to give them the problems and the strategy and also the goal, so that every supposedly going to be team member thinks about what is going to be the final solution. This is when the foundation is being laid. When, where, how. These are the thoughts that are going on in the team members. There is uncertainty in everybody's mind, that what is going to be the task, what are going to be the resources, what is the other man's capability is going to be like. So at this stage there is very low productivity, and this phase can carry on for months or days. till the team is finally formed and a mission and a vision and an aim is created. The goal is crystal clear in everybody's mind. Then comes the storming stage. This is also a stage where you have low productivity, and this is one of the most difficult stage when you are thinking of the solutions, when everybody is discussing, everybody is learning how to communicate with each other. Then there are a lot of resistance to the task. There are discussions. There may be even disagreements. That is when the leader and the other team members have to wrinkle out these differences and consensuous decisions taken, thoughtful discussions that take place, so that everybody is now channelizing their thoughts onto a direction. Everybody is thinking of solutions. After the discussion, a via media solution is found out. The leader selects the best solution, keeping in mind the resources and the skills and the talents of the people. This time also the collaboration is poor, and chances are this stage carries on even longer time than the first stage, and it carries on, and this is when the team is being built and the team is getting together as one. And then comes the stage of norming. Norming is the team when the team is formed, the rules and procedures are set, the resources earmarked, roles and responsibilities are given to each person, he knows his job, and then the work is to start. This is the stage just before a project is to be launched. A team has been formed and everything is fructified into a document, and this is when every man is supposed to know the other person, knows his work. The team leader delegates the correct task to the correct person, and the wheel starts moving. The ball starts rolling for the work to start and for the team to finally perform as a team and as one. So we have caught the complete different fingers into a bloody fist, and this is how you have to perform. We have gained insight into the various processes, understood each other's strength, group conflicts have been erased out, all differences resolved, and the procedure of work set into motion with the resources and the skills available, and commitment to share and reach the target. Now this stage will depend on as long as the project is required to be finished till the target is achieved. For that there may be a time frame, there may not be a time frame. Generally yes, you have a time frame for any project to be completed. It can't be an endless process. So it is the time till which the project is to be carried out. And finally is the stage of adjourning. That is when the work has been achieved successfully and the team dissipates out into different members and in a positive way. Now, every team also has some pluses and minuses. Teamwork has its dysfunctions also. Like, what are the dysfunctions? If the requirements are for trust and communication, absence of these are dysfunctions. Now people have to cooperate and communicate with each other. If they don't, they can't move ahead. Then there is a fear of conflict between each person. There are many a kind of people. So every person makes a team. Everybody has his own personality. So those personalities come out during the work procedures. And more difficult the task, there are more chances of conflict because every man has a different breaking point. Somebody breaks early, somebody breaks at a later stage, and as he breaks down due to the stresses, chances of conflict increases. Then lack of commitment. Again, every man is different, every personality is different. Commitments may vary, involvements may vary. That is where conflicts start coming in. That is why the other person, there's a funda of 80-20. In any team, it is the 20% which put in the best and the 80% is tagging along. So we must try to improve that 80-20 funda into a better thing or a better percentage, so that the powerhouses of the team pull the tag-alongs in a much firmer and in a better way. So accountability is kept in place, because if accountability, this is again one of the dysfunction points, if they are lost, then the purpose of the whole project tends to go on a tangent, starts to deviate. That is when you have to have review meetings, have to have thought processes or feedbacks taken, so that we have corrections midway. The people who are tending to waver away are pulled back into line to pull along as one. The dysfunctions have to be wrinkled out, and that is where the leader comes into play. His leadership qualities come into play. The other members also are equally responsible to make the wavering out persons into coming into the main channel of work, to get motivated again, so that everybody keeps working towards the goal till it is achieved. And that will to succeed has to be ingrained in everybody's mind. And teamwork is one of the main reasons, and the leader's ability to will to succeed is the most important factor. Then when we are working as a team, the best thing is about systematic problem solving, because as we keep working, it becomes mundane at times, and as the work processes or progresses, there are problems which start coming up. So every man has to keep thinking. He has to have systematic way of solving the problems that keep coming up on the path of work. So everybody has to look at the problem, research on it, analyze, discuss positively. Some of them are listeners, they have to listen, and then a democratic solution has to come out of the complete discussions that is there. Everybody has to think logically, analyze each problem, then see the resources available, see the skills available, discuss with the leader. There has to be a two-way communication between all people. It can't be autocratical or a monarchical system. As we work, and then after the problem is seen, researched, maybe 3 solutions are there. Work out the best solution as per your resource and skills. So that is where, when you are doing for communication with each other, trust and bonding and friendship is a must between the team, so that the team works as a complete fist, so that it can go through any problem in a very good and methodical way. Now, what, after doing all this, do you think can be the benefits of teamwork? Anybody from you all can just think, is teamwork really required, or I can do it myself? No. Teamwork gets you quick solution, improved productivity, work is distributed, one man doesn't get fatigued or burnt out, the team moves as one, every work is distributed, there are better decisions, every person is motivated, and then everybody learns as they go along, because every day we are learning, and every team and every team member has to have trust, communication, supportive, be supportive, participative, involve each other, and he has to be innovative. Every member in the team has to be innovative. Think out of the box, think differently. That is the main mantra in today's world. If you do a thing in the same rutty way, it doesn't work out. The most stupidest methods may be the best method. So think innovatively with a motivated way, and all this will see you working effortlessly towards the channel which will lead you to the goal. Now, like I said, in case of a team, when you are working as a team, everybody is equal. Nobody is weak or strong. Everybody has to be supportive. Trust. These are the basic requirements of a team. Focus, commitment, strengths, weaknesses are there. If the strengths are more, they are covered down, they're covered down. You have to move, and info has to flow between each of them. Real-time information has to be given, like in a battle. If the information about the enemy is not trickling down onto the people who are fighting in the front or to the headquarters at the back, the plannings cannot be done. Because if I do not have info flowing both ways, and similarly, my resources, my logistic out here has to move, and that information has to be there at the man in the front, that these are my resources, boy, and they will be there with you at the right time. So that is what will also make trust amongst each other. The soldier at the front will have trust on his officers and the generals at the back, and when the info goes down that those boys are fighting, these are his problems, that is there with the top planners, they can give them the support, and he also knows both ways it moves, there is trust and commitment, and the motivation level goes up automatically. So with this little talk on team work, team building, I'll just finish with some do's and don'ts. In case of teamwork, we have to support each other, talk to each other, be a good listener, get involved and be motivated. Know your own strengths, work as per them, and communicate. Be proactive and not reactive. Before a problem comes up, think, and then be open to comments. Feedback should be there so that you can improve upon it, retrospect. And at the end of this thing, keep smiling and be humorous. There should be no blunting each other. Don'ts are do's. Do not be aggressive. Be calm, cool-headed. Listen to your partner. Listen to your teammate. And don't look for credit. If there is a success, it is all of us who succeeds. If it is a failure, all of us fail. Leaders should not be criticized, they should be supported. If he is not taken a right decision, the decision is everybody's. But he has taken a decision, right or wrong, a decision is better than no decision. And do not cheat or lie on your teammate. That is where the trust breaks down. And in case of certain things, there are some problems which do crop up. There are overbearing partners, there are unwilling partners, there is lack of trust, lack of communication, but these have to be wrinkled out. And that is where the leader comes, that is where the trust works out. So, for better teamwork, have trust and faith in your companions. And the final thing, the fist has strength, the finger has nothing. And team, the acronym team says, together everyone achieves more. So let's get working to make Team India a big success in all the fields. Jai Hind. Thank you.